Hey, look, hey, look, you can do it, you can do it better, ayy. Time will tell what changed, feeling with you whatever way, but you can do it better, ayy. If you're okay, then I'm okay with you to fight the day by day, but you can do it better, ayy. They'll try, but don't let them wipe the smile up off your face, cause you can do it better. Life is what you need, you can do it better, ayy. Time will tell what changed.
Welcome back to Real Talk, Real People with Deb Loving. Really excited about the topic that we have today. I talked about it early on. I won't say that I had to drag somebody, but kind of did. So the title of this particular conversation is the Burger King Barbie. And I know you are absolutely excited and do not want to scroll to the left or scroll to the right or scroll up or down and figure out what conversation could we possibly have around a Burger King Barbie. Right. So this is my friend Val, and I'm really excited to have her here. And so, you know, you and I spent what, probably 2-3 conversations, probably a couple hours worth of like laughing about this idea of the Burger King Barbie.
Yes.
So can you kind of set the scene a little bit? Like how old were you when this Burger King Barbie scandal would take place?
Right. Let's see. I probably was around 8 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah, about 8 or 9 years old. May have been like 8 or 9 years old. I put it there. Christmas, and I was asked from my aunt and uncle, what do I really want for Christmas, and they were definitely going to get it. And so I told them a Burger King Barbie, and my aunt and uncle assured me that this is what they were going to get me because this is what I asked for. And prior to, let's backtrack a little bit. Prior to that, every Christmas, it was either I didn't get anything from my aunt or uncle, or I would just get a little something and never was asked what I wanted. And they would always say, well, you know, your cousin doesn't have a father, you know, so you have one, and so we have to do, pretty much they were saying they had to do more for her than they did for me. And I got, well, I didn't get it back then, but, you know, I get it, like, you know, you're just trying to help where you can, but back then it's like, okay, just because I have a daddy don't mean,
right,
you know, that, you know, you can't get me something. So anyway, this was the Christmas to, you know, I was like, wow, they asked me, I'm going to get this Burger King Barbie. So Christmas comes, and my aunt comes in with this huge box. And I'm on the floor, my dad is around, my mom is around, my aunt, uncle are there, and I'm opening up this box, and when I open up the box, it's a Barbie head.
Oh, one of those like where you comb the hair.
Where you comb the hair. So, my face was, because I built up this excitement, so it never was stated, hey, we couldn't find the Barbie, you know, Burger King Barbie. And so I'm opening up the box and I see this and I'm like, what in the heck is this? And my mom sees my face and she was like, you know, tell your aunt thank you. And I'm like, thank you. And so I guess my aunt seen my face and she was just like, well, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the Burger King Barbie, so I got you what I could. And you know, I was feeling some type of way about that, but my mom was like, you say thank you. You just say thank you.
Right.
And you play with this.
Right.
You know, and from there, I didn't realize, I mean, a lot of people may look and say, so what? Okay, you were a kid, you didn't get what? I didn't know how much that affected me. You know, like, it doesn't matter, you can ask, but if you don't get exactly what you want or whatever,
don't be disappointed.
Don't be disappointed.
Don't be sad.
Don't be, you know, don't be sad. So you ask for a burger or ask for whatever, you know, and you get this, and this is what you deserve.
Right. Well, I think they sent you a few messages too. Like at 8 years old, you don't know you can't cognitively be aware that these are the messages that they're sending, right? But the messages that they were sending was to minimize your feelings first, right? Because there are other people out there that need more. And so because someone else needs more, don't acknowledge what it is that you need or what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And then they also, in that, without knowing it, right? So a lot of times as parents and adults, we do things without knowing that that's what we're doing.
Right.
And they also asked you to normalize your feelings. So when you feel bad, push it down and put it away, and then normalize that pushing down and putting away is okay.
Yeah.
And this is the way we do things.
Right.
So it's not really about a child who didn't get a toy that they wanted. It was about when they couldn't get it, they made you own everything about the situation.
Yeah.
Right? Couldn't find it. Rather than having a conversation like, I know you really wanted this one, you know, Sweet Pea or Darling or whatever your nickname was.
Right.
Just acknowledge that you were, like, you know, a little disappointed and a little hurt.
Yeah.
And so if you fast forward that, how many times and how many experiences would you have where, you know, that's only one moment in time, right? And I'm sure a lot of our audience is like, okay, 8 years old, get over it.
Right.
But then how many more times, and I think a lot of people that hear this conversation with us can relate to the idea of old themes and old stories, right?
Yeah.
A silent movie that keeps getting played. So let's fast forward it to maybe like your first boyfriend. In what way would he tell you, I'm sorry I disappointed you, just put that feeling to the side, and the way you're feeling is quite silly.
Wow. So first boyfriend, 13, and both of us attended the same church, and I just was head over heels for this guy. I was 13 years old, right? And my mom, because it was something that she was able to monitor, and you know, she got a little boy crush or whatever. But we didn't say boyfriend, of course, because you know that was like, my mom was like, don't you say boyfriend, that's your friend, who happens to be a boy. So, and I remember he called me after a few months, and he said, well, the girl next door is willing to have sex with me, and since you're not, I'm breaking up with you. And I remember like, wait, I will. And he was like, no, it's fine. And feeling crushed from that, like, wow, the girl next door gives it up, but I've been nice to you, you've been nice to me, and I thought this was something. And so just to have that crush, like,
change, with you whatever way, but you can do it better, ayy. If you're okay, then I'm okay with you to fight the day by day, but you can do it,